Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be discussing the topic Learn English while you sleep. Watch the whole video to find out what meaning life holds for each of us. Learn English while you sleep, the hidden power of your sleeping brain. Chapter 1. The lie most English learners believe. Let me start with a question. How many years have you studied English? 5 years? 10 years? Maybe even longer. You memorized vocabulary lists. You studied grammar rules. You watched lessons, took notes, did exercises. And yet, when the moment comes to speak, something strange happens. Your mind goes blank. The words disappear. Your heart beats faster. And all you can say is, "Sorry, my English is not good." Sound familiar? If it does, I want you to understand something very important. The problem is not your intelligence. The problem is not your memory. The problem is not even your English level. The real problem is the way your brain has been trained. Most people try to learn English like they are preparing for a school exam. But language is not mathematics. Language is a habit of the brain. And habits are not built only when you are awake. They are built every hour of your life, even while you sleep. Now let me ask you another question. What if the 7-8 hours you spend sleeping every night could become part of your English learning system? Not magic, not some internet trick, but a real method based on how the brain processes memory during sleep. What if, while your body rests, your brain quietly continues learning? Tonight, I want to show you something powerful. Not a shortcut, not a miracle, but a system that allows your brain to absorb English naturally while you sleep. And if you follow it correctly, night after night, something amazing begins to happen. Your ears become familiar with English sounds. Your brain starts predicting sentences. And one day, without thinking, you speak. Not perfectly, but naturally, and that moment changes everything. So stay with me, because the first step begins before you even close your eyes. Chapter 2. Why your brain still works while you sleep. Most people believe sleep is a time when the brain completely shuts down. But neuroscience tells a very different story. When you sleep, your brain becomes extremely active. It reorganizes memories. It processes information. It strengthens neural connections. In fact, during certain stages of sleep, your brain works like a night shift librarian. Imagine this. During the day, thousands of experiences enter your brain. Words you hear, images you see, ideas you think. But everything arrives messy and unorganized. So at night, while you sleep, your brain begins sorting everything. Important information is stored. Unimportant information is deleted. And this process is where sleep learning becomes possible. Scientists call it targeted memory reactivation. Here is how it works. If your brain hears something repeatedly during the day and then hears the same signal again during sleep, the brain strengthens that memory. Think about songs. Have you ever noticed something strange? You hear a song many times during the day. Then later, when you're lying in bed, the song plays again in your mind. You didn't choose it. Your brain did. That means your brain was still processing the sound while you rested. Now imagine using that same mechanism for English. Instead of random music in your head, your brain repeats English sentences, night after night, slowly, calmly, naturally. And the result? English becomes familiar, not like a school subject, but like a sound your brain already knows. But for this to work, the mind must first be prepared correctly before sleep. Chapter 3. Preparing your brain before sleep. Most people destroy their brain's learning ability before they even go to sleep. Think about what people usually do at night. Scrolling social media, watching stressful news, reading messages, arguing online, flooding their brain with noise. Then they suddenly close their eyes and expect their brain to absorb English audio. But the brain doesn't work that way. When your mind is stressed, distracted, or overloaded, it becomes resistant to new information. So the first step of sleep learning is mental preparation, a simple ritual, 5 minutes, nothing complicated. Turn off the lights, put your phone away, lie comfortably, close your eyes, take 3 slow breaths, then say quietly to yourself, I am calm, my mind is open, my brain is learning English even while I sleep. These words are not magic, but they signal something powerful to your subconscious mind. They tell your brain, pay attention, something important is happening. The brain listens to emotional signals. When it feels safe and relaxed, it becomes more receptive. This is why children learn languages so quickly. They are relaxed, curious, open, not afraid of mistakes. By preparing your mind before sleep, you recreate that same mental state. And once your mind is ready, the next step becomes extremely important, because not all English audio works for sleep learning. Chapter 4. Why simple English works better than complex lessons. Many learners make a huge mistake. They play complicated English content while sleeping. Long podcasts, advanced grammar explanations, fast movie dialogue. Their brain hears noise, but learns nothing. Because during sleep, your brain cannot process complicated information. Instead, it responds to patterns, repetition, rhythm, familiar sound structures. Think about lullabies. Why do babies fall asleep listening to them? Because the melody repeats. The rhythm is simple. The brain feels safe. Sleep learning works the same way. Your audio should contain short sentences, clear pronunciation, slow rhythm, frequent repetition. For example, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. What time is it? Where are you from? I would like some water. These simple phrases may look basic, but repetition transforms them into automatic speech patterns. After hearing them many times, your brain begins predicting the next words. And prediction is the first sign of language acquisition. But even the best audio will fail if the volume is wrong. Chapter 5. The Whisper Rule. One of the biggest mistakes people make is playing audio too loudly. Your brain is designed to detect danger while sleeping. A loud sound triggers the brain's alarm system. Instead of learning mode, the brain enters protection mode. Your nervous system becomes alert. Memory formation stops. So the golden rule is simple. Your English audio should sound like a whisper in the distance. Not a teacher shouting, not a loud video, just a calm voice, almost like someone reading quietly beside you. If you notice the audio clearly, It is probably too loud. The correct volume feels like soft background presence. Your brain hears it, but your body stays relaxed, and relaxation is the gateway to memory formation. But another mistake can destroy the entire system. And surprisingly, it is something most learners believe is helpful: listening to too much content. Chapter 6: Why Less Audio Creates Better Results. Many learners believe more content equals faster learning, so they play English audio for 4 hours, 5 hours, sometimes the entire night. But this overwhelms the brain. Instead of recognizing patterns, the brain hears too many topics, too many voices, too many structures, and nothing becomes stable. Your brain needs repetition, not variety. Imagine hearing one sentence 100 times. Your brain memorizes it. But if you hear 100 different sentences once each, your brain forgets them all. That is why the perfect sleep learning audio length is 10 to 30 minutes. Short, focused, repeatable. You should play the same audio every night for at least 30 days. This consistency allows neural pathways to strengthen, slowly, quietly, powerfully. And this brings us to the most important secret of all, Chapter 7. The power of repetition. Repetition is the engine of fluency, not talent, not intelligence, not expensive courses, just repetition. Think about how you learned songs in your native language. You didn't study them. You heard them again and again. Eventually, the lyrics became automatic. Language works the same way. When your brain hears the same English sentences repeatedly, it stops translating. Instead, it recognizes the pattern directly. This is how children learn their first language. They hear the same phrases thousands of times, and slowly those phrases become instinct. If you listen to the same English audio every night for 30 days, something fascinating begins to happen. Around day 10, your brain predicts sentences. Around day 20, you remember phrases automatically. Around day 30, you can say them without effort. But the real transformation happens in the morning. Chapter 8: The 5-minute morning window. Right after you wake up, your brain enters a special state called the alpha state. In this state, the brain is highly receptive. Memory pathways are flexible. Learning becomes easier. Unfortunately, most people destroy this opportunity. The first thing they do after waking up is check their phone. Messages, emails, news, stress. Their brain immediately fills with noise. Instead, do something different. Replay the same English audio for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. While brushing your teeth, while stretching, while preparing tea. This reconnects the sounds your brain heard during sleep, and that reconnection strengthens memory dramatically. But listening alone is not enough. Your brain must activate the speech system. Chapter 9: Why Speaking Unlocks Fluency. Listening builds understanding, but speaking builds confidence. Your brain contains networks that control speech muscles: the lips, the tongue, the breath. If those muscles never practice English sounds, speaking will always feel uncomfortable. That is why you must say sentences out loud every morning, even if you feel silly, even if nobody is listening. Take one sentence from your audio, repeat it 5 times, 10 times. For example, I am learning English. I am learning English every day. I am learning English and I will not quit. This simple habit activates multiple brain systems: memory recall, speech production, self-correction. Together, they form the foundation of fluency. But one final step makes the learning permanent. Chapter 10. Turning sleep learning into real fluency. Sleep learning is powerful, but it is not magic. It is a support system, a foundation. The real transformation happens when night learning connects with daytime practice. So create a simple rule. If you listen to English for 20 minutes during sleep, use English for at least 5 minutes during the day. Speak, write, think, describe your actions. I am drinking coffee. I am walking outside. I am watching a video. These small moments build real communication ability, and over time, something incredible happens. English stops feeling like a foreign language. It becomes a part of your daily life, a sound your brain recognizes, a voice your mouth trusts, and one day, without realizing it, you answer a question in English naturally. No fear, no translation, just speech. That is the moment when you realize something important. Fluency didn't arrive suddenly. It was growing quietly, every night, while you slept. Easy English daily. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video to let me know you're ready to take the next step. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video that could change your life. Thank you for watching.